can tell you, we are actually living the dream here, right? Because if you look at, when I started my career, I started with, the really old school, it wasn't even called machine learning at that time, right? We were just doing logic programming using things like Prolog and Lisp. And then went on to, the Bayesian learning, the whole semantic web movement started there. So I built a couple of startups there. But then the whole deep learning revolution started in 2008, right? With the application of deep learning in ASR, which was like one of the most promising applications of this era. And then on to, it snowballed pretty quickly after that, because suddenly AI was real. It wasn't, it was robust enough to start deploying in real world use cases. To now, what we are seeing is, so it was interesting 2 years ago when people used to ask me, because there was this big debate between, what is AI and what is ML, right? And it was interesting because ML was, sure, you have, some data and as the input, and you have some output, which is, the required output that you want out of that data. And so do you have a mapping function, essentially abstract out anything like, whether you're building, a basic Bayesian model to logistic regression to a more complex neural network, essentially you have a mapper from that input to the output. But it's still ML. The thing would not learn any new things on its own unless and until you complete a retraining loop and stuff like that. So it was just too kludgy and difficult to set up. To AI, what I used to define AI was when the system actually truly starts learning itself. Things out in the world, either by online learning or real-time learning, and just has a broader set of knowledge encoded in it. And I think we are on to the stage where, so the classic researchers define that AI to be like AGI, right? Artificial General Intelligence. And I think we are right on the cusp of actually realizing AGI systems in a limited way. I wouldn't say like, there would be an AGI system which will know actually, how to fly the planes and water the lawns and everything in between. But I think we can start seeing some semblance of AGI happening in different domains.